At the Golden State Warriors, who have been struggling, especially all that situation with Draymond Green being suspended a couple weeks ago. Klay Thompson been struggling to shoot the ball, and now it seems like it has drifted off to the other guy, Steph Curry here, who in the last 4 games, only 20.8 points per game, 38% shooting from the field, 30% from three. That's not Steph Curry. That's not what we're used to. That's not what we're used to seeing, and just seeing his production. Because one thing that the Warriors have always been, especially with Steph Curry, we've been able to see his efficiency. We've been able to see his scoring output. We've been able to see Steph Curry play at a level that is just superstar level. And even though this is the last 4 games, this is a different territory for the Golden State Warriors, right? Like, they're not in playoff contention. They're not in playoff contention. They're under 500. Klay Thompson is struggling. Andrew Wiggins has been relegated to the bench, potentially in trade talks at this moment. They finally made the switch to Jonathan Kuminga, which I felt like they should have done. And if they're going to move on from Andrew Wiggins, make it happen. At some point, you got to figure it out. Maybe send him to Canada. Andrew Wiggins, send him to Canada and pair him with RJ Barrett, who I'll be talking about. 2 Canada boys, let them figure that out. But looking at what it is, they've been able to get some good play out of Trice Jackson Davis, who has been having a couple good games, kind of like the quintet for the Boston Celtics, but playing a big role there, especially with Kevon Looney. I don't know what's going on with him. He's been in and out of their lineup and just hasn't been playing as much. Maybe he's another trade bait guy that they're trying to move on from. But looking at Steph Curry, looking at the Warriors, they're 5-5 in the last 10 games, 11th out west, under 500. Curry is struggling. Steph Curry is struggling. We don't really see that. Even the years when they were struggling and stuff like that with Draymond Green was out and Klay tore his ACL and stuff like that, Steph Curry was able to be that consistent driving force. And it's wearing down on him. You can see it right now. It's wearing down on Steve Kerr as well. It's just wearing down on the Warriors, and everybody can feel this void. And it's like at 35 years old, Steph Curry is going to have to figure out a way to get back, get going, rejuvenate himself a little bit here in the season, because there's still a long way to go. There's still a long way to go. They've only played 32 games. They've only played 32 games on the season. There's still more games to go. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Golden State Warriors via trade, what they're going to do with Draymond, especially when he returns, what the situation with Klay Thompson is, because now it's at a point where Klay Thompson had a little surge there where he was looking good, but then he shot poorly again tonight. So you're looking at it and it's like, can this get better? Can the Golden State Warriors find another resource, another avenue to get back to their style of play, get back to what they were? Because they lost 132 to 122 to the Mavericks tonight. And it's like they're trying to find it, and it's just like, I don't know if it's on this roster right now. And people have floated out some trade rumors that they can go get Lauri Markkanen. They can go get Pascal Siakam from Toronto. And it's just like they need to figure it out, because Chris Paul has been a nice secondary playmaker for them, but they need something else. Chris Paul at what, 38 years old, about to be 39 years old. It's like they got to find something. They got to find some other resource. They're trying to use their young guys right now, which I think is long overdue. But looking at the Golden State Warriors, it's just like, man, Steph Curry needs some help. And I don't know if his splash brother, in part, can do it on the level that the Golden State Warriors need, that Steph Curry needs at this point in time in his career. I just don't know. But let's move on to